going. We're live.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'll give you guys a few seconds to jump on our Facebook Live here from the Jacksonville Public Library. We're at the main branch in downtown, so I'll give everyone a few moments to jump on, and I'm going to make sure that I share this with my friends on Facebook as well. So please tune in, and good morning if you are just joining us. I'm happy to be here. Oh, this is perfect. I have to make sure my friends know about it too, because I want their kids to know about it so we can have a lot of fun this summer. Perfect. Well, I am here again at the Jacksonville Public Library, the main branch in downtown Jacksonville. I hope you all are having a great Tuesday morning. And do you see this awesome display that's set up here? That's because this summer we have a universe of stories. So we want you to be a part of it. We want you to bring your kids out and make this a really, really great summer. You know, reading is so important, and you have all these wonderful free resources right here at all of our branches all across town. So we want you to get out this summer and enjoy them all. So throughout June and July, there's going to be so much fun. Of course, a lot of reading and a lot of activities. And I just want to give you guys the lay of the land and tell you what you can expect this summer. So our theme again is a universe of stories. And so all of our books are pretty out of this world. They're pretty awesome. And I want to preview a couple of the books for you right now. But if you have any questions at all, we are monitoring the comments. I'll do my best to answer them as we get going and talk about the summer learning program. So let's start with just previewing a few of the books that are centered around our theme, a universe of stories. So let's start with this. This is called Spacewalk. And this book is pretty cool because one of the things that I really love about the library, and even our effort that I partnered with them to do Tenikka's Books for Kids, is we focused on kids of all ages, and that's so important. So when you have a book like Spacewalk, it essentially takes a look at all of the planets one by one, but it's a little flip book. So I'm going to try to demonstrate for you here, where you can flip up the different planets and learn about it. So this is good for the little ones as you read to them, and they can look at the colors and they can interact with the book and flip and learn some really cool facts about all of the planets. And so again, really good for your little ones. This is just one of the books, A Spacewalk. And then we also have this one, Astronaut Annie. I think this is a really cool book. So basically it's a story of a little girl who has pretty grand dreams of what she wants to be when she grows up. And so she has a career day coming up at school, right? And so her family, they're all trying to guess and figure out what she really wants to be. So her granddad, he decides that he wants to give her his old camera, because granddad used to be a reporter, because he's like, I'm sure Annie wants to be a reporter. So he gives her his camera. Grandma thinks that she wants to be a baker, so grandma gives her a mixing bowl, she gives her oven mitts, and dad, he thinks that Annie might want to be a mountain climber like he was, so he gives her a backpack. So basically, she has all these folks in her family giving her all these different cool little items as they try to guess what she wants to be for career day. But Annie does something pretty cool. She takes all of those items and she makes it into a really cool costume for career day, and she incorporates all of those cool things that her family members gave her to really knock their socks off on career day. So I love, love, love this book, and it's a great one for the mid-range readers, and a lot of great pictures in there too for the little ones as well. And so the final book that I want to preview is called Even Superheroes Need Sleep. And if you didn't know, I had an early start this morning, so I got my sleep last night though. So this book is really cool. It's a really short book. It's a good one that you can read for bedtime. This is a really good one for that. And it just kind of talks about superheroes and the work that they do. And yeah, everybody needs sleep. Sleep is good for all of us, but this is a really funny book, and I like this one a lot too. So again, we have so many space-themed books and outer space books, and some of these books might look familiar. So on this year during Tenikka's Books for Kids, we did have an Amazon gift list, a registry, and a lot of these books were listed there. So some of these might be familiar to you, and if you purchase them, thanks, because this is just a taste of what some of the kids are going to get to experience with the summer learning program. So I want to talk about summer learning. It's so important, and the biggest thing about it is we encourage you to read to your children, and we encourage children to read. And we're asking for 15 minutes a day. If you can do more, great. But we're asking for just 15 minutes a day for you to set aside that time, read to your child, or either monitor your child and encourage them to read that 15 minutes because it actually increases their skills overall. 5 to 14 minutes means sluggish gains below the national average. And this has nothing to do with your socioeconomic background. And I'm going to read a fact for you. Kids who read or are read to, and they're exposed to 1 million words a year, that makes a huge difference as they progress through school, because guess what? By the time you're in the 12th grade, that's 12 million words that you've had access to, that your brain has had access to. And that's so good. It helps with all levels of development. You're knowing your ABCs, being able to count, understanding your name, understanding context. And so reading is so important. I've shared my own personal story through Tenikka's Books for Kids. I grew up in very humble beginnings in a small little town in North Carolina, and we had a one-room library. I put pictures of it. I have video from that library on my Facebook page, Tennika Hughes, Action News Jax. And I wanted to go to school so badly, but I wasn't old enough, and I wanted to go with my siblings. And so every day, a part of our routine was my mom. I'm from a single-parent home, and my mom, she would take me to this little library, and every day I would get to read Curious George and Highlights books, and kind of the same old books, but it helped to just tap into my imagination. And I was kind of like Astronaut Annie here. I had my mind set like, oh wow, the possibilities of what I could be in this world are out of this world. And so reading helped me to tap into my own imagination, and that's where I got my love for reading and writing, which ultimately led to me having a career as a journalist. And so for me, it started with books, and it's a personal testimony for me, and that's why I support these programs with the library, and I put my face and my name on them because it really matters. It makes all of the difference. So we want you to encourage your kids to get that 15 minutes in. And also adults, you benefit from reading. It's good for us too. And during our summer learning programs, we have all kind of activities and even prizes, and we have prizes for kids and prizes for adults. So you want to be a part of it. And so I have a flyer here, and actually Thursday, we're actually going to have our summer learning kickoff, and the one is going to be here at the main library from 3 to 5. I'm actually going to be at one tomorrow over in Mandarin from 3 to 5 at that branch, because we want to just kick this thing off and do it right. I want to show you the activity book that you will get this year. You can see A Universe of Stories, and this is an activity book for all ages. So you have games, you have a maze here, there's coloring inside as well, and if you go to the back of the book, it breaks down how you can get prizes and all that information. So as far as Tenikka's Books for Kids goes, when you come to the summer learning programs, you will also pick up this. You can use for a bookmark, pretty cool. And if you don't come to the library, if you're not able to, I'm told that you can find these online. I know I'm covering a lot, so again, if you have any questions, feel free to pop into the comments. So you're gonna get this bookmark here. And what we want you to do is read 15 minutes a day. And these rockets are labeled Monday through Sunday. And this is an honor system, so I'm gonna trust you, boys and girls, okay? I'm gonna trust you. When you read 15 minutes, mark out one of the rockets for each day that you read your 15 minutes. And when you turn this in, if you get 5 days of reading for 15 minutes, you will be given a free book from Tenikka's Books for Kids as a part of your own home library. So the more you read, the more books you have the chance to get. But again, read for 15 minutes, cross out your little rocket here, and then you're going to turn this in on the honor system, and you'll be given a book from Tenikka's Books for Kids. And a quick shout out to everyone who donated. We collected more than 2,500 books for Tenikka's Books for Kids. And those are key resources that the library needs, and so we're really grateful. So a lot of people wonder, where do the books go? How do you use the books? This is how. You donate in March, and we make sure that the kids have the books over the summer, because again, we don't want that learning to stop. And so I want you to participate in the summer learning kickoff party. The one at the main branch again is Thursday, June 6th from 3 to 5. I'm going to be at the one at the Mandarin Public Library branch tomorrow from 3 to 5. I'm really excited about that. And one more way that you can give that I want to talk about is called High Five for Reading. It's a campaign. So let's say you can't participate, or maybe you don't have children, or you don't have a reason to come and participate in this, but you really want to still be a part and help. Well, through High Five for Reading, you can donate $5, $5, and that will essentially fund one kid going through the summer programs, the summer learning programs. And you can get more information on that at giveahighfive.com. That's GIVEAHI5.com. And if you make that donation, it goes to help fund the summer learning, because again, there are games and activities. I actually last year went to the summer learning kickoff party, and then I went to the summer learning closeout party. I had a root beer float at the party. It was outstanding. We had games, activities, all kinds of crafts, but guess what? Those things do cost money. And so when you give, you help to pay for those things. And the kids had an amazing time. Action News Jax sent a camera crew out, and kids, they were excited, wanted to be on TV, and it just warmed my heart to see the kids getting the book donations from our first year of doing Tenikka's Books for Kids. And there were so many parents who were just grateful to have the resource of the library, the free resource of the library. So we make it free to the public, but there's still costs. So if you want to donate, giveahighfive.com if you want to give those $5. It goes a long way. But I hope that you all learned a lot this morning. I hope that you're excited about our theme this year, A Universe of Stories. Bring your kids out to the library. It's a safe, cool place to come hang out, read, get that 15 minutes in. Check off your 15 minutes for 5 days and collect your free books and build that home library. Because again, we want your kids to get that 1,000,000 words a year. We want them to have 12 million words by the time they get out of high school. And you can start right now. Read to your little ones, have your kids read to you, make it a family event, make it fun. And we look forward to seeing you and helping you be a part of our summer learning programs. Again, if you think of some questions, once we're done here, jump in the comments, and myself or the great team at the Jacksonville Public Library system will hop on and we'll work to answer those questions. But again, I hope you have a great summer with a lot of reading and a lot of learning. Thanks so much for hanging with me this morning.